Rely, do you ever feel like life these days is like a movie stuck on fast forward?
Yeah, like you barely grasp one scene before it switches to the next.
Exactly. Everyone's rushing, always in a hurry. They all say they want happiness, but it seems no one pauses long enough to figure out what it really is.
That's because people fear slowing down. Slowing down feels like losing. But I think sometimes you need to slow down to see where you're actually going.
Sounds like the wisdom of someone who's had their heart broken.
You got me there. After a spectacular failure in love, I realized not everyone who stays with you for long truly understands you.
So true. Sometimes people stick around just because they're scared of being alone, not because they care.
What about you? Do you still believe in love?
I do, but I don't believe in forever anymore.
Classic line from someone who's grown up.
It's true, though. When I was younger, love is forever sounded romantic. Now it just sounds exhausting. Not everyone has the strength to keep forever.
Maybe love is just walking through a few seasons of sun and storm together, and if the paths diverge, you still wish each other peace.
With your calm vibe, you'd probably send a wishing you happiness card after a breakup, huh?
Haha, I might have. But now I've learned silence is the most civilized goodbye.
Yeah. Speaking of, social media's full of those civilized breakup videos lately. But honestly, is any breakup ever painless?
Maybe being civilized isn't about crying or smiling, it's about not causing more hurt.
Yeah, exactly. If you can avoid turning old love into a wound that never stops bleeding, that's enough.
Do you ever wonder if we'd suffer less if we loved without expectations?
Nope. Loving without expectations is like practicing love. We love to feel, to trust. Expectations are the soft core of love.
But sometimes, those very expectations kill the feeling.
True. That's what makes it hard. Love's never a formula, just luck and harmony.
What about marriage?
Oh, that's a headache of a topic.
Be honest, do you ever fear getting married?
Totally. Marriage sounds like the final level of love, but some people step into it and feel like they're in a whole different game.
Spot on. Some play forever and never win, but they're too scared to quit the game.
I used to think marriage meant someone holding my hand every night. Turns out, it's more like fighting over the blanket.
Yep, and arguing over who controls the AC.
Love in marriage seems to shapeshift over time, from I love you to don't forget to turn off the gas.
But maybe those little reminders are the real-life version of I love you.
You know, the scariest thing is when two people stop talking. No fights, no blame, just silence.
Silence is when love grows tired, and staying together feels like a duty.
Yeah. If love starts feeling like a burden, it's time to let go.
Agreed. Love isn't about proving anything, it's about feeling light together.
Rely, maybe real happiness is just having someone sit with you on a park bench like this, talking without effort.
Yeah, I think so too. Sometimes enough is just that feeling of peace.
Rely, do you ever wonder if love after marriage feels like it did when it was new?
If it did, the world would have fewer divorces.
True. When you're dating, just hearing their voice makes your heart race. After marriage, it's like, can you change the channel?
Haha, sounds a bit extreme, but yeah, after marriage, love needs a new interface to survive.
New interface?
Yeah, it goes from I love you to have you cooked dinner yet? The feeling shifts from romance to logistics.
So true. I miss you turns into, did you buy fish sauce?
But maybe that's the truest form of love.
True. How so?
It's true because they care about the small things, your meals, your sleep, the utility bills. It's not butterflies in your stomach anymore. It's who's washing the dishes today.
Haha, Sounds less romantic, but it makes sense. Maybe marriage doesn't kill love, it just makes it grow up.
A friend of mine once said, marriage is the start of the longest course you'll ever take.
And no one's allowed to drop out halfway.
Exactly. And the tuition is paid in patience.
And the grade is measured in forgiveness.
You graduate when one of you stops nagging.
Reli, why do you think so many young couples split up so quickly these days?
Because they marry for happiness, not to learn patience. When marriage stops being fun, they think leaving is the answer.
But sometimes they leave because they tried too hard and got nothing back.
Yeah, I don't disagree. Sometimes leaving takes courage. Staying can be scarier if it's just duty without love.
You know, I used to think marriage was the destination. Now I see it's just a stop along the journey.
Right. Some stop and keep going together. Others stop and take different paths.
The saddest thing is when both are still together but no longer looking in the same direction.
I saw that with my parents. They lived in the same house, talking like two roommates, sharing a lease.
That sounds so heavy.
It was. But it taught me something: love doesn't die because the spark fades. It dies because no one bothers to rekindle it.
That's some deep philosophy.
Not philosophy, just lessons from pain.
Sounds like the words of someone who's been let down but still believes in something good.
Honestly, I still believe in love. But I believe in the messy version with flaws, fights, and frustrations, not some perfect fairy tale.
You're making me think of a quote: "Love doesn't need to be perfect, it just needs to be real."
Exactly. Everyone's chasing someone who checks all the boxes, forgetting they're not perfect themselves.
Social media doesn't help. You see people posting happy photos and start comparing.
But no one posts the fights over forgetting to buy fish sauce.
I've noticed a lot of young people are scared to get married.
They're scared of losing freedom, scared of repeating their parents' mistakes.
But freedom isn't about being married or single, it's about who you choose and how you live with them.
That's a game changer. You've got a knack for unlocking perspectives.
Yeah, I used to see marriage as a chain. Now I think, with the right person, it's a thread tying two hearts toward the same path, not a shackle.
Sounds like someone's got their eye on someone already, huh?
Who knows? Or maybe I'm just talking to myself.
Either way, love or marriage, it's all a lesson. The question is whether you're brave enough to learn and grow.
And patient enough to realize the person next to you is learning too, not just acting a part.
That deserves to be printed on a coffee mug for daily reminders.
Reli, if I get married one day, what kind of person do you think I'd be?
Probably the type who forgets anniversaries but never misses when they're feeling down.
I think that's real love. Not perfect, just there when it matters.
Your turn. If you got married one day.
I'd want to be the person who, no matter how busy, never forgets to smile at them every morning.
That's small but so warm.
Yeah, marriage doesn't need to be grand, just two people remembering how to smile together.
Absolutely.
Don't you think love moves too fast these days?
Yeah, so fast you barely learn their name before the vibe is gone.
Right, people fall in love on a whim, an emoji, a few texts, one coffee date, and boom, it's love.
And just as quickly, it's over.
I have a friend who met a guy online. Day 1, I love you. Day 3, we're not compatible.
3 days? That's faster than express shipping.
Ha ha. Yup, 4G speed love. Strong, fast, and easy to lose signal.
I think we're living in a time where people fear loneliness but are even more afraid of commitment.
Yeah, they love cautiously, scared of getting hurt, so they keep it shallow to make an easy exit.
You know, I once met a girl, super sweet, but mid-conversation, she'd be scrolling her phone and smiling.
And then?
I asked, "Are you talking to me or someone else?" She said, "Both." Multitasking.
Haha. Sounds like an app running in the background.
Exactly. And I realized, in love today, so many people aren't truly here. They're everywhere else, but the moment.
I think people trust each other less now. Everyone's been lied to or betrayed, so they build walls around their hearts.
But the higher the wall, the harder it is for someone to see the real you.
True. And the tragedy is everyone's waiting for the other to climb over, but no one's opening the door.
Maybe love feels so tiring now. People say, "I need someone who gets me," but they're scared to show their truest self.
Because of fear. Once you've been hurt, you lock your heart in a safe.
But if you keep it locked forever, love will suffocate.
Do you think young people today are more practical about love?
Not exactly practical, more realistic.
What's the difference?
Practical is choosing someone for their status. Realistic is knowing what you need to be happy.
Well said. But sometimes the line's blurry, like when someone says, "I don't need money, just someone who can take care of me."
Ha ha, that's still about money, just said more softly.
Haha, really, you're like a sweet realist.
I just think love without the basics, food, shelter, bills, gets shaky fast. But if it's all money and no feeling, it turns cold.
These days, a lot of people love just to not be alone, not because they truly want to build something.
Yeah, it's like filling a void instead of building a home.
And when the other person leaves, they complain, why do they change so easily?
Truth is, they didn't change, you just were never that important to them.
Reli, do you believe in lasting love?
I do, but I believe in lasting because both try, not because of fate.
That's caption-worthy for social media.
Haha. If I posted that, I'd add, "And don't ghost someone."
The worst thing about this era is people vanish like they never existed.
Yup, no goodbye, just seen 3 days ago.
That's not an ending, it's a cowardly escape.
I get it though. Sometimes they don't know what to say or lack the courage to face it.
Sure, but if everyone's scared, love loses its bravery.
You're right. Love today needs more courage than ever. Courage to be honest, to keep promises, to stay.
Do you ever think we don't lack love, but the ability to sustain it?
Love's easy to start, hard to keep. Everyone loves the thrill of something new, but few learn to nurture something old.
Exactly. They swap partners but not habits, so the old story repeats in a new relationship.
I think love isn't about finding the perfect person, it's learning to love an imperfect one, a little more each day.
So simple, yet so profound.
Because I once lost someone thinking love will just survive on its own.
What did you learn?
That no love survives on its own. It needs nurturing, care, and understanding.
I think loving in this era is like holding a phone with a dying battery. If you don't charge it, everything shuts down.
Haha. And I think love is knowing when to switch to airplane mode, connecting only with the person in front of you, not the virtual world.
Rely. If someone asked you, what's love in the 21st century? What would you say?
It's patience between two people with too many options.
And loyalty in an age where everything feels replaceable.
Look at them falling in love while checking stories.
Haha. Yeah. Probably scared of missing the hottest couple trend of the month.
Love like an influencer with filters and a heartfelt caption.
Stop it. You'd go viral with a post like that.
I got here early today, didn't want to get caught in the rain.
Good call. Morning coffee always tastes better than late afternoon. It's got that fresh start vibe.
Starting what?
A new day, a new feeling, or maybe starting to believe in something again.
You're getting philosophical again.
No, I'm just thinking, after everything, the most precious thing is still the ability to love again.
Love again after heartbreak?
Yeah. Not loving the same person, but loving life, loving yourself, loving the little things you used to overlook.
That's beautiful. People think heartbreak weakens you, but it actually wakes you up.
I was once so hurt I thought I'd never love again.
And then?
Then one morning, I saw an old couple walking through the park, laughing and bickering over who forgot the bread. Suddenly, I realized, love doesn't vanish, it just changes shape.
Love doesn't die. It hides in those tiny moments.
Yeah. It's not always a racing heart anymore, it's, don't forget their raincoat today.
You know, I used to think growing up meant losing faith in love.
And now?
Now I think growing up is believing not blindly but knowing how to love without losing yourself.
That's the kind of growing up worth loving.
Lily, do you ever think two people who've been broken could meet again and start over?
Sure, but not to fix mistakes, to understand again.
Understand again?
Yeah, understand the feeling yourself, and them not as you remember, but as they are now.
You really believe in second chances?
I do, if both still want to walk the same path. But a second chance doesn't mean going back to where you were, it's writing the next chapter from where you left off.
That's powerful. Maybe the world doesn't need more new loves, just old ones learning to love right.
Rely. Are you ever afraid of being alone?
I was, but I've learned to sit alone without feeling empty.
Same. I used to hate silence. Now I find it gentle.
Because you've learned to listen to yourself.
Maybe when you're truly at peace, you can love someone in a healthy way.
Exactly. When your heart stops seeking salvation, love becomes a choice, not a fear.
You sound like a philosopher.
Nah, just someone who's loved wrong and is learning to love right.
Reli, if I'm ever ready to love again, I'd choose someone who knows how to listen.
So, I've got a shot then, huh?
Ha ha! Who said you could sneak onto the list?
Just asking indirectly, you know.
Well, who knows? Maybe the answer isn't in words, but in the fact we're still sitting here, together.
Yeah, together no promises needed.
I feel at peace talking to you.
Lily, have you noticed? We've been talking about love for days, and now it doesn't feel so complicated anymore.
Because love is simple. It's just us humans who make it messy.
I think if someone asked me, what is love? I'd say it's choosing to sit with someone, even with all the noise of the world out there.
And daring to believe, even after being afraid.
Do you hear that?
Hear what?
The sound of peace.
Yeah, and a hint of hope.